Oh, hi, it's me, Ashley. Back at it again in my kitchen. Here's Walter. He says hello, but he's getting awfully big. So, he's not really doing much in the rough it anymore. Keeping it real today. I've got a counter full of dirty dishes. I am getting ready to host a big party in about 4 days. And so I like to try to get as much work done ahead of time as I possibly can, just so I can get to the fun of having the party. So today, I've got a big brunch that's planned, but I've got a big crowd of people coming. So anytime you've got a big group of people, don't be intimidated by that. You don't have to have space for everybody to come and sit down and eat in a formal setting. Appetizers, stick with all finger foods. It's great. It encourages people. They move around, we mingle. Get a drink in one hand, little appetizers that you can eat with the other hand, you're good. So because it's a brunch, because I'm doing brunchy items, I'm going to go ahead and make some little mini quiches. And these are great because I can make them ahead of time, pop them into the freezer, freeze them individually, and then like just pop them out, and then all I have to do is get warmed up in the oven the morning of the event. So I got my bacon cooking down over here on my griddle. Great way to cook your bacon, keep everything even, make sure you have a good set of Pampered Chef tongs to deal with all your bacon. But I'm gonna use one of my favorite things. This is the pastry mat. I'm a baker, and so I love having this pastry mat. As you can see, it's got all of your measurements on it. And it also gives you like an eyeball, like when you are making a pie, what your target range is gonna be for the diameter. Did I just use a math word? Wow! Okay, anyways, for the diameter of your pie. So today, since little quiches are like mini pies, that's what we're doing. I'm gonna go ahead and start with my mini muffin pan. I'm gonna go ahead and spritz each of these. Again, I'm using my easy spritzer, so no chemicals, nothing from the grocery store. I'm not putting stuff I can't pronounce into my body. This is olive oil. I can pronounce that. It goes straight into the little filler. We give it a couple of little pumps. Get a workout in for the yes. And then give it a good little spritz into each of my little cups. Super fast. That is a really good spray. La 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 la. Done. Now, set that aside. Up next for the dough, we're keeping it simple, people. This is pre-made dough. But I know how to, make a real pie crust. But today I don't want to. So, we are doing this for expediency's sake. I'm going to lay this out on my mat, on my pastry mat. If I want it to be a little bit more thin, I get on my baker's roller. Guys, this is one of the best things ever. I use this guy all the time. He's kind of a little dark horse runner of Pampered Chef items. Because anytime you're making pizza dough, and you want to like press it into, if you're doing like a rectangular pan, you roll it right into there. When I'm doing pies, I roll it into the pan. When I'm doing tarts, same thing. And when I've got like sticky brownies, I had just made a set of like Rice Krispie, like little cookie bars. And so when I put in the dough, it's so easy, just roll it right in there. Graham cracker crusts, when you've got a crust like this a little more difficult to work with, get this little guy. He's so easy, you roll it right in the pan. But he also still works as a really good roller, just in general. 2 sizes to make life more accommodating. Now, I'm going to roll this out. That looks very pretty. A set of my little muffin ring, or my little cookie cutter rings. These are great. They come in a set of 4, all the sizes you could ever need. It's wonderful. Biscuits, little tiny, if you're doing like fondant, there we go, fondant, there you go, you can use that for that. I'm going to use the 2.5 inch, he's my second size up, he's my 2.5 inch, I'm going to use that little cutter. I'm going to cut, again, right on my pastry mat. I'm going to cut out a few of these, and then I'm just going to show you, for time's sake. They go right into my little muffin pan. Now listen, I don't have, you have options. But Pampered Chef does actually have a little tartlet like press, I don't have it yet, but I'm gonna try to use my muddler. So from the bar cart, which actually works pretty darn well. So anyways, that's gonna go into there. I'm gonna press those little guys in. So then it goes down in there nice and neat. To be continued. Okay, next step. All my little guys are looking pretty cute in their pan, ready to go. One, if you buy the pastry, your pre-made pie crust, you should get all 48 out of that. So 24 per mini pan. So I'm doing a double batch today, just because I've got so many people coming. I want to make sure it's better to have too many than not enough. So in one bowl, I already have this together. In one bowl, you're gonna do, if you're doing a single recipe, 4 eggs with a cup of milk. Again, I'm doing a double, so, but the single recipe should make 48, that's all. So, I'm gonna use, again, I'm using my Pampered Chef stainless mixing bowl. This is the medium size one. It comes in a set of 3. It's got the little rubber grip on the bottom. I am using my Pampered Chef whisk, because that is the bomb diggity. I love a good sturdy whisk. You can keep buying crap ones from Walmart, but they're gonna, like, you know, after a couple uses get all bent and whatever. This guy is sturdy. Look how many prongs this guy has on him. He's wonderful. I love him. All right, so that's getting all whisked together. I'm gonna throw in a little bit of salt. It's always a shame to under-season something. So, a little salt goes into there. I'm gonna set that aside. You're gonna set aside your egg stuff for a reason. You want to put your filling in differently than when you put in your eggs, and I'll show you why. So we're gonna do, the recipe calls for 3 ounces of Swiss cheese grated. Again, I'm doing the double batch to make a lot, so 3 ounces. You can kind of eyeball that. If your block is 8 ounces, I'm going to 6 ounces, but I mean, eyeball it, guys. It doesn't have to be number 1. It's never a shame to have too much cheese in something. Oh, that's just too cheesy for me, said no one ever. So, again, I'm gonna go with most of this block because I'm doing the double batch. Lovely. Oh, I forgot to tell you. I'm using the microplane grater. I love this guy. He is fast. Here's the deal. Here's why I don't buy pre-shredded cheese. Basically, if you look in there, there is an ingredient. It's always right towards the end. It always is. And it says, like, you know, to keep it from clumping, that kind of deal. Honestly, what it is, it's like a sawdust that they put in there. And I just can't ever bear to do that. So I would much rather just shred my own darn cheese and know that it's actually just cheese going into there. This is, again, the microplane grater. It's great. It's got the little handy like settings on it. So if I wanted to just set it on the counter and grate it that way, I can do it that way. Or just over the bowl, that's fine too. So there is my cheese. I want 6 slices of bacon, 3 if you're gonna do a single batch. And then I'm gonna go with my crispy guys. Now listen, if you've got your bacon crispy enough, it should just break off. Anytime bacon's going into something that you're going to bake again, don't think like, oh, it's a little undercooked, it'll be just fine. No, you want it to be nice and crispy, because if it's underdone, you're gonna go ahead and that grease will bake off in whatever it is that you're making. If you want that extra flavor, go ahead. But you run the risk of things being soggy from the bacon. All right, so this is crumbling up pretty good, but just in case to help it along, I'm gonna use my scissors and just, listen, I could get out the food chopper, but I'm being honest with you guys about how I would honestly do this myself. So we got the bacon going in there. And then up next, we've got green onions. We just want a few tablespoons of little green onions. So again, my scissors are working out just fine for me. I'm gonna get like 2 of these guys. Whoop. Oh, they smell good, don't they? And again, like, let's just keep things easy. I'm gonna fold these guys over and I'm just gonna chop them. Chop them just like this. Nice little flavor. Again, we only want like, I think, what they say, like 2 tablespoons in the recipe. So again, I'm gonna do like 4. They're gonna add nice flavor, add a little nice color to the situation. But you know, people don't want to be onioned out too. And green onioned out. So pretty though. Jeepers. Okay. There's that. Now, yeah, I just reached in there and did that with my hand. I didn't really even care. My hand was there and my hand is clean. Might as well just do it by that. Now, from there, I'm gonna divvy this up into my little cups. My favorite thing in the world, my scoops. And I'm gonna go ahead and just use a little bit of this to go into my cups. Let's see if I can get them up there so you can see. I'm gonna do like just a little filling in each. But I won't make you watch all of me do that. Baby scoop, baby scoop, baby scoop, baby scoop. Here comes a little bit of a tedious part. So, I mean, I could pour into the pan, but it's too much egg for too little whatever. So all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use my little baby scoop, do into each of my little minis. So this is just the egg mixture going right into the top of these, filling up each of these little cups. It's the perfect little size. And this is going into my oven, 375 for, let's see, what does it say? I have to turn the page. I'm guessing it's only like 15 minutes, maybe 15 minutes to cook these guys. So, stay tuned. All right, out of the oven. They are adorable. I put them in for 375 for about 14 minutes. But they are so, so cute. Done up so nicely. You know, listen, I could have gone to Costco and, you know, bought in the frozen ones. But the Costco ones would have been missing the special ingredient. And that is love. Also, I don't have a Costco membership, so it's just cheaper to make my own. Happy eating!